Coming up on today's CODE Bet Daily Weekly AFL Show, footy's back for one last time. That's right, it's the Grand Final show, you little beauty. Collingwood, Brisbane. We are talking every which way around this game. We're looking at over-unders, first goals, disposals, goal kickers, Norm Smith, outhouse, chicken house, rat house. It's all there. Match picks, exact scores. Alex, what's your favourite look?
I don't know. I can't top that intro.
That's awesome.
That was
Stats
amazing.
guy?
That's awesome. Just Jack Crisp kick a goal and Bobby Hill first goal.
Boo!
I love this. Get right around it. It is a cracking Grand Final preview show. CODE Bet Daily. It's happening right now. Welcome to CODE Bet Daily. That's right. The AFL show. The weekly show. The Grand Final show. That's right. It's time for the 2023 AFL Grand Final. 40 is back for the final time this year. And I'm your host, Jaymz Clements. I'm the editor of a very good website. You can find that at codebet.com.au. And what you'll also find there, gentlemen, is a massive array of breakdowns of this exact game that we're about to rehash one final time. Until we do it again on Friday and before the game. We're going to wrap it up, set it up about 87 different ways. It's awesome. I am joined, as always, of course, by the puntiffs. We've got Alex Donnelly over there.
Yeah, I've really stuck solid to this Brisbane line all week. I haven't faltered once. I'll be interested to see where you two go because there's been a lot of back and forth yelling, shall we say.
It has.
It has. Stats guy?
Yeah, very excited for the granny. Can't believe this is the last time footy's back. It's a bit sad.
It's weird.
Yeah. I mean, NFL's football, EPL's football, so footy will continue to be back.
What a journey it's really been, though.
In saying that, Jim and I did say at the start of the year that Brisbane would win the flag, so we're going all right.
We are doing pretty okay.
Stats guy tipped Geelong. Womp, womp. Oh, wait, hold on. I have it here somewhere.
That was a long time ago.
Nice. Well, what a journey it has been, though. It's been pretty chaotic. We've done an AFL show each week, obviously, this season. We've done some live streams. We've got a thing prior to the grand final. It's all going on. But this is it.
That's right. You guys can't handball.
Yeah, we also had a handball comp downstairs before.
Apparently can't.
My left arm let me down in a big way.
Yeah. Leo won, the social guy.
Yeah.
He's not invited to any drinks ever again or anything. That's what you get for showing up the boss. That's right. CODE Footy Grand Finals are back. What a weekend it is as well. NRL on Sunday night.
The weather's awesome.
Legitimate
weather
awesome horse racing all the way through the weekend as well.
Sure. Anyway, it is what it says on the tin, right? It says CODE, it says Bet, it says Daily, it says AFL Weekly. That's what we do. Each week we've broken down the AFL. And on CODE Bet Daily, we break down bets, codes, daily. It's very simple, really. We're going to talk player props, game picks, best bets. We're also going to talk out basically every sort of betting angle we can really break into, I think, in this grand final. We've got the over-under. We're talking first goals. We're talking disposals. We're talking goal kickers. We're talking Norm Smith. And then the exact score, which is always a great one.
Don't bet on the exact score.
Absolutely nail it. I'm going to get it right this year, I tell you.
You can bet on that? Probably.
And I think we're going to rate my multi in there.
We do.
I've got a goal kicker multi.
Oh, okay. And then I just deleted that. Undo.
It's all good. Without further
It's all good.
adieu. The Collingwood Magpies take on the Brisbane Lions. If you're not looking at our run sheet, it's a 4.5 point line. It
Good job, stats guy.
is a strange one because I believe we opened up at 6.5 for the Lions. That is shortened to 4.5.
Yeah,
very, very
Collingwood
quickly.
were $1.77 earlier in the week though, which is weird because they've shortened and the line hasn't blown out.
Yeah, it's $1.75, so it doesn't really
hasn't
shorten
changed
much.
Yeah.
Brisbane sit across the board basically $2.10. That line of plus 4.5 is pretty much everywhere. The total sits at 166 and a half with Bet365, Top Sport, Ladbrokes over to 165.5. Let us start there. The over-under. We're going to give our thoughts, each of us. I'm going to go the over. I think one team gets off the hook. I think it's likely to be the Lions.
Yeah.
This is one of those things, right? We talk about what's the best unit. My brain talks NFL football a lot. What's the best unit out there? Is it this team's offense, this team's defense? And it does feel like Brisbane's offense is just like head and shoulders sort of just more potent than really the Collingwood midfield has been really good, but injury concerns up front, up back, in the middle for Collingwood.
Did you also got to say Lockie Neal's got his shoulder issue? Archie had the corky and Lincoln McCarthy has a calf niggle as well. So Nothing's major.
Nothing
but
major, yeah.
Little niggles. Also, don't pick Jack Payne. Learn from the Sam Reid mistake last year. Don't take an
unless
injured dude in.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Don't take
Unless
an
he's
injured dude in.
100%, yeah.
Alex has learned this lesson many a time. Anyway, I think the Lions, though, that offense is proven to be the best, basically one of the best two in the league all season. Collingwood sat thereabouts in the top 5 or 6 all year. Their defense was top 1 or 2. With conditions,
defense wins premierships, Jim.
Collingwood, their offense has been obviously horrible the last 2 weeks, 58 and 60 points. I'm going to go the over still. I think the Lions get it sort of rolling a little bit, and Collingwood try to keep up.
Yeah.
Alex, what do you reckon?
I'm also looking at the overs as well. We just talked about it. Brisbane's forward line. It's extremely dangerous and awesome. They've averaged 95 points a game throughout the whole season. But of note, in the 2 games against Collingwood this year, they scored 75 points from turnovers in round 4, and then they scored 82 points from turnovers in round 23.
Brisbane?
Yeah.
The
That's
best
a
team against scoring off turnovers
Yes.
in the comp.
And Collingwood are the best team from defending against turnovers.
Turnovers.
Yes, Brisbane just go,
0.
that's cute. So also that just shows with the ball hits the ground in the middle of the field, the Lions just start running. And they've done it at Marvel, they've done it here. It's going to be a hot, fast deck at the MCG like it has been at the Gabba and Marvel.
Brisbane-like conditions.
I'm looking at the overs because it's like, if Collingwood will win, they need to kick 14 to 15 goals. Problem is, there's every chance Brisbane will kick 17.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if I can't see this being like the first 2 finals for Collingwood where it's 60 to 58. I just can't see that happening. I think we see
got better offenses.
Yeah, but we see fast, free-flowing footy, and that's the thing. Collingwood with their non-stop run will get sucked into that, which is what Brisbane that's what we want. Thanks, guys.
Interesting. Stats guy?
Got to go over. I know we're all on the same one. Over the
Also,
unders.
side note, Brisbane over 80.5 total match points at $1.87 is one of my best bets of the grand final.
Over 80 and a
How
half.
much?
Yeah.
80?
Yeah, that's
80
really
and a
low.
half
yeah.
is their over-under.
For some reason,
Collingwood's
is 85.
Well, because they're the favourite.
I know, but that seems too high.
80 and a half. I like that a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Let's go Brisbane over.
Yeah. But yeah, got to go there over 165 and a half. Last 4 meetings between these 2 sides have gone over, which is really big scorelines. A couple of them were like 124, 100, a couple over 100. I don't think it's going to be that high scoring, but got really good conditions in Melbourne, as Alex
When was the
mentioned.
last time we saw like a team score 100, another one score in the 80s in a grand final? It'd be a while.
It feels I think it will just go over. I reckon it could still be under that 170, but I do think it will go over the 165 somewhere.
Yeah.
We'll get to it later, but the exact score, I think we all landed around that sort of 90, 60, 90, 70,
did we?
90,
Yeah.
80 kind of thing. Righto, let's go to first goal kicker. Who will kick the first goal of the AFL Grand Final? Billy Elliott, Jamie Billy Elliott, had a bit of a shocker when it comes to finals, but loves the G. God, he loves
does
it.
love the G.
Basically, just lives there, just sleeps there, eats the grass like he's Matt Rowell.
Going to leave his car there, Dusty.
Yeah, his car. He probably has an apartment just up there in the Shane Warne stand. Just lay down your sleeping bag, just have a bit of a snooze. Rough record in finals, but it does also scream like this is the time that you sort of turn it around. The out there on a lead, that forward right forward pocket for the Pies, just on a little bit of a lead, just snag out of
Good set
nowhere.
shot. Yeah.
Goes back, kicks it. First goal, $9. He's pretty crazy that he's the 3rd favourite though, I think, for first goal kicker.
Yeah, wow.
Considering his struggles over the last couple of weeks. But the other one is for Zach Bailey. Bit of a rough record in some of these finals, but $16, also a bit of a weapon. It's also the sort of dude who just comes from the clouds and you're like, what? Zach Bailey? Oh, come on. And boom. And like, it's the Doherty effect.
Yeah, Doherty getting the first goal.
No, Doherty's more shocking. You can see Zach Bailey do it. Sam Doherty, you don't expect.
He doesn't kick many goals at all.
This would be like Calamar Chi running forward and bombing it from 50.
Yeah.
But Bailey, $16, I don't mind that for the Brisbane side. Because the obvious ones are Chucky Cameron.
Yep.
Very short. Joe Danaher, Eric Hipwood, the 2 big tall targets.
Yeah.
I think Bailey's maybe the sort of more likely one, just sort of underneath.
Burst through.
Off you go.
Yeah.
Alex?
I'm looking at Lincoln McCarthy at $17. He's
Link.
done it twice this year for the Lions. Thing I like, accurate and reliable when he kicks for goal. He's kicked 26 goals, 10 this year, but in his last 9 games, 15 goals, 4.
15-4, that's
Man
awesome.
after my own heart. Just kicks it straight when it needs to be done. You can just see him just crumbing off a contest and snapping truly. And then also I'm looking at Eric Hipwood at $12, just hitting up a lead about 40 metres out when Joe's taking the deep run and Chucky's at his feet. But Hipwood, as annoying as he is, he can take a grab and slot a goal at the G.
I'd rather him 40 metres out as well than you 25 metres out.
If he gets it like sort of on
20 metres out.
on a 40-degree angle, like
Yeah.
40 out, is like pack her up, boys.
Yeah,
This
on the
going
left.
in. Just
but
walk
then
to
if
the
it's
bar.
closer, just
Hipwood's done it 3 times over the last 2 seasons. Bailey's
He's
done it
kicked
twice.
13 goals in his last 4 games at the MCG, which includes 3 bags of 4.
That's what I'm going to get to on my goal kicker one, because it's like he's like the one dude with the sort of proven track record of the G, and you're like, actually,
Surprisingly good, yeah.
Joey D, not bad, obviously, but Hipwood actually steps up. McCarthy's done it 3 times over the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
What about you, Stats? Go. Who's your pick?
Got to be Bobby Hill. He's got the equal most.
Gotta be.
It's got to
Doesn't
be.
have
He's
to be.
gonna kick
I
the
mean,
first
for
goal.
you,
$17, I think, is really good value. He's equal most first goals of anyone on the ground across the last 3 years with 6. Equal with Joe
Got
Dapper.
to include he missed a season of football in there too.
Yes, he did. So he's been awesome the last couple of seasons. He's kicked at least 1 goal in his last 7 games. And they just don't have any pure marking forwards. Like you got McStay out who was clunking a few last week. I can see a lot of the balls just coming to ground from like a Harris Andrews spoil and things like that. Bobby Hill can mop up the crumbs. $17 I think is really good value there. Then Cam Rayner. I think he's only kicked the first goal once in his career, but $15 I really just can see him taking a big hanger in the goal square, which he's done a couple of times this year. He's got 7 goals in last 5 games, so good form. Think he could kick the first goal.
You getting
$15.
excited about this game?
A little bit.
Like even just talking about
just
the first
thinking
goal.
about
It's
it,
like,
yeah.
just imagine, let's go. Oh, the ball's coming over the top. Here we go.
Cam Rayner.
Oh, Rayner, out the back. Let's go. Football! Can't wait. Let's do some disposals. Obviously, my one is going to be the big Barley fan himself, Jordan DeGoey. Oh, geez. Awesome against GWS last week with the 34. We've talked about this a little bit already this week. Big game performer. He's kicked 4 goals across his past 5 finals. And he's gone for 24 plus disposals in each of them, well, in 3 of the 4 as well, right? Ooh. So to have a chance, I think the Pies, DeGoey needs to have a big one. And this is going to show up again in the Norm Smith talk.
Yeah, it is.
If he goes big...
Going to show up in the article as well.
Absolutely.
If he goes big, he can go real big. 23 and a half. So, as I said, the 24 plus touches.
I love his over-under, yeah.
His over is 23 and a half. Thank you very much
He had
for
34 last week.
And the 2 plus goals, so if you want to combine those, it's $5.50 because I don't mind him getting around a few goals. We talked about him as well. He's got 20 and 10 games against the Lions in his career. $1.82 just for 25 plus. It's pretty good value for a dude who had 34 last week, but
can throw the odd stinker in there.
He can actually. This is why I think talking about this and researching that article, his role has changed pretty dramatically, right, over the years as well. Like, forward sort of goal sneaky kind of dude.
He's lifted his fitness.
Gone in the middle.
I mean, he stopped drinking booze and gone to bar.
Yeah, that's what I said in my article actually.
And now he's just like big-bodied midfield gun, and it's awesome. Doesn't mind getting a few touches. $1.82.
You can get $1.94 on Top Sport.
For 25?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I'll be all
which
over
is
that.
Surprisingly a lot higher, yeah.
And I think the weird one is you can bump that little same gamer that I had at 550 of 23 and a half disposals. If you just have that at 25 plus, bumps it all the way up to 650 out of nowhere. So I think that was with lads. The other one's obviously Nick Dacos for Collingwood, right? Dacos the younger of the Dakai, the younger son of the Macedonian marvel, came back from his 6-game injury, a layoff. He had 28 disposals, quiet 28. We know that.
It was a weirdly quiet 28 before him.
Yeah, it felt weird that I said that in an article. I'm like, he had a quiet game, 28 disposals to knock off his ring rust.
Yeah.
Like, hold on.
he's just that
feels
good.
wrong.
But he'd be better for just getting out there and
running around
and playing out the game.
Because he felt weirdly protected playing on that half-forward flank. It's like, all right, Nick, it's grand final time. Yeah. You're going in the midfield.
100%.
If you get injured, it's a grand final.
He averaged 31 a game this year.
Yeah, not bad.
I think he'll be right there
he
again.
Had 38 and 2 and got 1 vote against him.
Yeah.
Rigged. I'm basically Murtar over here, but just Murtar being Sergeant, of course, from Lethal Weapon. Catch up, Stats guy.
Stats guy. No idea.
I have seen it. I can't remember that.
I'm too old for
but
this.
It's that for the Brownlow. Dacos, though, look, loves playing against Brisbane, averages 33 against them as well. He's gone for 38 in the last game, which is just psychotic.
Yeah.
He's managed a goal in 57% of his games as well this year. So the over 29 and a half touches for him.
Yeah.
In my article, hashtag spoiler alert, 25 and a goal for Dacos is like one of the very, very best bets I think I can come up with.
Yep.
But even just for the straight disposals, over 29 and a half, $1.87 with Bet365. Let's go. Lockie Neal, 33, 22 and 31 in his last 3 against the Pies, obviously.
Yep.
That's a lot. 24, average is 24 at the G. Just go 25 for Lockie Neal, I think, and you'll be okay. It's only going to get around that sort of $1.60, $1.70, well, $1.50.
60,
so
it was, yeah.
What can you do?
It's good for a multi.
I want to sort of bank that in because the tricky part for Neal is that he can have that random game where they can win but he has like 24, and you're like,
Yeah.
Literally
come on,
last
man.
week.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because Dunkley could randomly get 25, 30.
Well,
yeah.
McCluggage,
Bailey.
averages 22 against the Pies. 20 in a goal for him is $3.07. I worry. I think you and I have talked about McCluggage a fair amount. I worry about having him set at like a 25, even though this season he ripped off 25s with like glorious aplomb.
Yeah,
I just want to go to 20.
As said in the Norm Smith preview I'm currently writing, if you knew McCluggage was going to be at his best, you would rush to your nearest betting app and responsibly have a large bet. Unfortunately, he is really inconsistent.
Yeah, he's
so
50-50, I reckon, yeah.
So, look, to be honest, like McCluggage, 15, 26, 21, 20, 28,
So
22,
he
28,
averages-
26.
He
22.
averages just shy of 23 touches a game in finals compared to like 20 and a half in the regular season. So he's lifted in finals.
Okay.
Go, and then had a bit of a quiet one last week anyway.
But after
which
an
was
awesome game against
frustrating.
Port.
That
so-
he's going to bounce back.
Nice.
What's that guy said?
Alex, your disposal picks.
Yeah, looking a bit off Broadway here because I know obviously there's the same
big
couple of
names that I
guys
just
we're going to
talked
talk
about,
about. Yeah, so Darcy Moore, 15 plus the captain. A lot of rebound running here. He averages just on 16 touches a game this season. He's $1.60 to hit that 15 plus, but he averages like 7 marks a game as well and is in the top 3 in the AFL for intercept marks. So happy to have him there. Same goes for Isaac Quaynor. His over-under is 16.5. Want to take that over. He's hit the over in his last 3 games. He was awesome last Friday, just running out of defense. Look for the same again. It's like Darcy Moore marks, handball off to Quaynor. They roll forward. And then what you said about Jordan Ngo, the over 23.5. I love that over. I was like, I didn't want to take a 30 or a 25, but to see that over 23.5 just like feels a little bit.
Nailing 24 on the head is just like, I'm feeling good about that.
Yeah, you are. For the Brisbane Lions, Kitty Coleman, last week he ripped Carlton to shreds with
awesome,
21 possessions. He had 21 last time he played Collingwood as well, averages 18 possessions a game at the G, but throughout the season, since he's come back from injury and came into the team and taken over from Daniel Rich, he's just grown and grown and grown. So he could get way better again this weekend. Just take the 20 plus. It was about $2 on 365. Josh Dunkley, 25 plus $1.87. He averages 24.4 this season. He's got 5 clearances a game as well thrown in, and he averages like 24.9 at the MCG. So screw it.
If he's
25.
even half decent, they win, I feel.
Yeah.
He's
It's
the
very good
biggest
player.
barometer for that
So he
team.
has
Yeah,
like
I agree.
Of anyone in this game, like the most tackles by so far. It isn't funny. It's just like Jordan Ngo is going to get the ball. He's going to get smashed by Josh Dunkley. Same goes for
I don't know if
Dacos.
he's big enough to smash Josh Dunkley.
Yeah,
I mean, sorry,
he's-
Jordan Ngo. But we'll
I
see.
mean, he's like the number 1 ranked
Yeah.
player for tackles in the
Yeah,
game.
we'll see.
And then Tom Mitchell thrown in there as well. You can talk about him as well because I had him for 30 plus as well, but you can go on about that because it's your big one you've been talking about all
I've
week.
been talking about it all week, so I might as well chuck it in again. Tom Mitchell, 30 plus, $4.50.
Yeah.
It's dropped to $2.80 on a lot of sites.
Really?
But on Bet365, it's still $4.50, so jump on that while you can. Averages 33 against the Lions. Obviously, a lot of those were in his Brownlow years, so around that sort of prime sort of mark. He did drop off at the start of the season, was coming off the bench and even got subbed a couple of times, so I'm praying for some crazy reason he gets subbed. I don't think he will. He's been in really good form. He had 31 against the Lions just a month ago, so I really like this at $4.50, 30 plus. He had multiple 30 plus disposal games where he gets 26 handballs.
Yeah.
I reckon it could be a little bit contested, just going to get those quick handballs, so rack up the 30 plus. Then a bit more of a random one that I chucked in my article on codebet.com.au. Joe Danaher, 15 plus, $1.87. I really like for a bit of a multi-edition.
You've been big on this all year.
Yeah, he's got a lot of games with 15 plus, so everyone just concentrates on his goals, but you can get a bit of value because he pushes up the ground. He's one of those really fit forwards, runs up along the wing, sets up their attack a lot of the time. He averages 15 disposals against Collingwood, had a 20 disposal game against them earlier in the year. Now, yeah, you don't really think about Joey for touches, but he gets pretty good value there.
Who would have thought a booming left footer taking marks up the ground at the MCG?
Exactly,
work?
yes.
Nice. I love Joey D. Cutting rugs down there at the curtain.
Yeah, I
My
think they got
favourite
enough
club.
guys that can sit deep. Like even Rayner can sit deep, so they'll push him up the ground when they need a bit of ball. So
I
15.
appreciate that he's a weird unit. He literally lives in New South Wales and doesn't have a TV.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, have you been there?
No.
Hanging out at Joey D's place. Righto. Speaking of which, let's get into some goal kickers.
Nice.
Bet365 actually have a Joey D, Brody Miacek to combine for 3+ goals market at $2. I love that. I feel like there's 3 between them.
Yeah. Well,
Miacek
what, Joey
2,
could
Joey D with 1.
They could both
Joey D
get
could
3.
just get all 3. I
Yeah.
don't care. But here's the rate my mo.
Are you going to sing it or am I going to hit it?
Hit it now.
Rate my multi.
Was it encore?
Charlie Cameron, 3+ goals, loves a snag against the Pies. He's got 10 in 2 games already this season. Joey D, anytime, because I feel like Hipwood might be the one that gets off a little bit more. Joey D doesn't mind the G either. Doesn't mind playing against the Pies. But I think Hipwood just enjoys the MCG a little bit more. 2+ for Hipwood. Joey D, anytime. Link McCarthy, anytime, because that's all he does. Are we playing a game of footy? Yeah, just put me down for a goal. Jordan Goey, anytime. I'll stick with just the 1 goal for JDG. Brody Mirchek with 2+. Billy Elliott. Ooh, I thought about 2+. It's going anytime. That's $17.
Ooh.
Gentlemen, rate my goal kicking multi.
I'll give it a 9. Because I had a lot of those in field my multis. I feel like that's a lot of goals that have to go your way is the only thing.
Yep.
But yeah, I think Charlie, the ones that are going to stand out is Charlie, I think, anyway. So
I was very tempted to have like Joey D go for more than the 1 and have it 2 or 3 because we've talked that up pretty consistently. But the way I've sort of ended up reading more about it and Hipwood just has 2 where you're like,
I could
have been a Joey D lead, but it's a Hipwood lead instead. Hipwood goes back and kicks it. There we go.
I could see Hipwood randomly crumbling, but he has a good record at the G, so I'll back that.
I'm going to go 2 because Billy Elliott has been horrendous in the finals.
You don't reckon he can kick 1 there?
Nope, because his finals numbers are pathetic. So I'm just saying absolutely not. Myercheck hasn't been great. He's only got 2 goals in 2 games. Like the rest of the Collingwood forward line, it's just not a lot of confidence coming out of this Collingwood forward line for me.
I think this
feels like it's like Hill, DeGoey, Dacos.
Yeah, some of the mids.
McCreary running off halfback.
I didn't want to like go too hog wild crazy and have like both Dacoses in this, the Dakai in there. Because I was just going to do like a full-blown, we're going Collingwood midfield
Elliott
goals.
averages less than a goal a game in finals. His disposal count goes from 13 a game to 8 a game in finals. And he just was nowhere on the weekend.
Yep. That's why it's a turnaround time. There we go. Kick me 1 goal, Jamie. But the idea there is like, so I steer clear of Hill because I think you're talking about him.
I think he's going to I reckon he'll kick 2.
I think the Day guy are definitely going to get amongst it too. I think in the big preview article that'll be up on Friday, there'll be a huge big piece about why Dacoses will be kicking goalses.
Goalses.
Sure.
Yes.
They're my preciouses. All right. Alex, your goal kicker gear.
Link McCarthy, anytime, just tick it off.
Yep.
Love it.
That's
Absolutely
pretty good
love
value.
it. Yeah, no, $1.57.
Chuck it in your multi.
Chucky, 4+, $5.80. As we've talked about, he's kicked 10 against Collingwood this year. He is due for a massive MCG game.
I didn't hit on this in mine. He stinks at the G sometimes.
24 goals. 24 goals and 24 behinds in 20 games.
So he could have gone big.
He
if
could have gone,
straight.
but he just can't kick straight. Last week he didn't kick straight.
Was it against Hawthorn? He was just spraying it.
Yeah, it was like 1 goal 3.
Melbourne, he was just like brutal, dude.
Yeah.
Brutal.
So
He's going to turn it up.
yeah, turn up, radar on, let's go. And the Brisbane fans can be singing the Country Road.
Yeah,
Take Me
they
Home.
won't be having the speaker. They'll have to sing
Yeah,
it.
they'll just sing it. It'll be great.
He's also the one dude out of both teams where you're like,
It's the
someone
Cyril
rocked up and
vibe
kicked
when
6.
it's the Cyril vibe when Hawthorn won one of those grand finals. It's like he's gonna have 10 touches, but we're screwed every time he gets
4
the footy.
goals or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Joey D, 3+, $2.60. 76 goals, 56 in 41 games at the G. Against Collingwood, 5 in 2 games, and he has 31 in 14 games against them, which is close enough to 3 a game. So let's round it up to 3 for $2.60 for my math purposes and my bank account.
Is that it work if he kicks 2? Can we round up to 3 in the bets? That'd be good.
No.
31 in 14 is not close to 3, but that's okay.
Actually, it's very. I didn't read that.
I was trying to slide that one through.
Very close to 2.
Yeah. Shut up, stats guy. Jordan DeGoey, 2+, $3.60. He's the one for me. If Collingwood have a massive chance in this, he needs to go big. I've talked about it all week. He's got 20 goals in 10 games against Brisbane, so he clearly loves playing for them. You can just see him streaming out from a centre clearance and that crowd going ballistic as he bombs one from 60. And then Bob Hill, 2+ at $2.45. He kicked 2 against them earlier in the year. 26 in 22 games at the G and has 4 goals in the finals. He's the one one Collingwood forward I can trust at the moment.
Yeah, agreed.
Pretty weird. Liam?
Yeah, I'm going to go Bobby Hill just to start. Yes.
I had it written down. I'm like,
that's
Liam?
my name. Yes.
And that's my name.
Mom!
They remembered
call
my
me
name.
by my name. It's very funny that like our bosses literally call you stats guy.
It is weird.
Jaymz,
I still haven't
stats
got
guy.
used to it. Yeah, it's weird. But that did sound weird
Stats
on the
guy,
podcast.
yours. Go,
yeah,
quick.
there we go. Yeah, okay, I'll talk now.
Bad handballer, go.
Bobby Hill, I really like. I didn't put him in here, but I really like the $2.45. As I said before, I think he's going to crumb to those Collingwood forwards that aren't going to clunk your big marks. It's going to be on the ground a lot, so Bobby will crumb those. Then Jack Crisp anytime goal. Jack Crisp anytime goal, $3.60. I thought this was a really good one. He's got a goal in his last 5 finals. He lives for the finals. I think you mentioned last week, Jim. He's got 6 goals across those last 5 finals. Absolute workhorse, pushes back into defence, but then loves a goal. So I don't mind that at $3.60. And then Charlie Cameron 3+ is my favourite, $2.80. As Alex mentioned, 10 goals in 2 games against the Pies. He's got 2+ in 70% of his games this year, and he averages just under 3 goals. So he's gone really well.
Crisp is going to be popping up in my articles.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of time for Crisp. He only had the 19 and 1 last week. It's like, brutal if he had him at 20 and a goal, but he had 23 and 1 the week before.
Yeah,
last year in the finals, he had 29 and 1, 24 and 2, 23 and 1.
He dominates
Set up until
finals.
last week. He'd had like 3 straight games of 26+ in prelims.
He's not bad.
There you go. Good stuff. Whew. It's just so weird sort of trying to figure out like the best one. And I feel like
There's so many,
if there's a bag, it doesn't feel like anyone in Collingwood's going to be able to do it.
Nah.
Yeah, but this is the game where it's all of a sudden like my check kicked 4 and you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I get it.
Cosmic stays out. I think he will have to
That's
step
the
up.
problem.
Yeah.
That's my we haven't hit on that. That's my massive worry for Collingwood. I know that McStay was only kicking 2 a game, but
was
he was
taking contested
such
marks,
a presence.
You're also the guy who was saying that he's not worth the money and I hate him so much.
I didn't say I
he's
hate him.
horrible. McStay sucks. Why would you pay him? He gets paid $800,000 to not kick goals, stats guy. What are you talking about? What do you mean? He stinks. This week. Oh, they really miss McStay. He's not. Oh, man, him being out is real bad. Oh, they're cooked, bro. It's like, pick a lane.
That's exactly what he said.
What are you doing?
There was a lot of hyperbole thrown into that.
That's what you were literally
I said
saying.
he needed to lift to prove that he was worth his money, not that he sucks.
You literally were saying that's the exact point you were making. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, he's not doing enough. Now
And
he's
then
not there. They're cooked.
And then he clocked 6
Rob,
contested
what are we
marks
doing?
on Friday night. They haven't got a foot. Billy Frampton. Billy can't get a kick. Come on. Harris Andrews
Billy's
going to
gonna
be like,
kick 5.
That's cute. He's going to take 15 grabs on
I
it.
like this. Will Hoskin-Elliott is going to kick 4 in this game and just shove it all over.
Oh, bloody hell. Well,
Speaking of which, Norm Smith medal.
Will Hoskin Elliott.
Lock it in. Lock it in. Jordan Nagoe, $5.50. If the Pies are going to win, it's going to be he or Dacos, you feel like, right?
Yeah.
Just controlling the game from the midfield. Chucky Cameron or DeGoey. The or.
Yeah, this is the Ladbroke
$4.40.
special,
The
isn't it?
Ladbroke special.
I like that.
Chucky by himself, however, I believe is 21.
Yeah.
So you might as well
So
just,
may as well just go
Both.
Chucky.
yeah.
If you are not really confident about the outcome, which makes sense because they're both very good teams, Cameron or DeGoey, just sort of hedge your bets a little bit.
I think the last Norm Smith medalist I back was Ryan O'Keefe in 2012, so don't
Nice.
trust me.
It is hard to
The
pick.
Isaac Smith, Norm Smith medalist, aka last year's Normie winner, who stole it from the teeth of Paddy Dangerfield.
I mean, deservedly so.
Costing your mate Jim a pretty penny or two.
I mean, he did have like 34 and 3.
It was very good.
Well, it was damn.
But this is, I don't know, there's a couple of other ones where you go, right, the Silverioli-esque Norm
That's
Smith.
Chucky.
As Chucky, go out and kick a, 4-goal bag, just completely influence the game.
Yep.
The Byron Pickett game, I guess, from Port
Yeah.
in a million years ago, that sort of stuff. Zach Bailey, I feel like, is the Isaac Smith here, where he could just like get 15, 18 touches, but kick 4 goals and like completely change the course of the game. For $34, Bailey's done it before. He could do it again. And it's the one that sort of sticks out to me as like a far, far, far more longer shot.
It's like the Cam Rayner game too.
Yeah. But in terms of other ones, what are you looking at there, Alex?
Like we mentioned, Chucky Cameron at $21 as well, just in case he does kick that bag and has a complete influence on the game. Harris Andrews for the Brian Lake game, just taking
I like that,
a absolute crap ton of intercept marks. He leads the competition.
Is he going to drive the Gatorade truck, little van after the game as well?
He won't get
Like
arrested,
Brian
I
Lake?
know that. So
Yeah, Brian.
he's $34 to do that. So I just feel like him taking a lot of contested marks and setting up a lot of rebound 50s as well.
And Darcy Moore's 31, the
Yeah.
other side, if you
It's
think
the same.
Collingwood's going to win.
Well, Darcy Moore's also in the article there as well. Hugh McCluggage just to finish in the top 3 at $4.75.
Ooh.
If he has that game that we're sort of forecasting that he can, he's going to get a bunch of votes. He may not win because he could have that, 20 and 2, but Neil's had 35. You're like, geez, Hugh McCluggage was good, and you just spew on the other one. It's like 475 to run top 3 with Bet365. Don't win that. If Collingwood win, Jordan De Goey is going to win the Norm Smith, I reckon. He's $6. He has that X factor. Like, you know what Nick Dacos is going to do, but there could be a Stuart Dew 10 minutes where Jordan De Goey just goes, I'm going to win this game.
A goal
of
and like
football.
10 touches. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's it. Kicks a couple of goals, couple of touches.
Turns into John Noble.
Yeah, exactly. Pure John Noble vibes. Do it for Johnny Noble.
I know, I can't believe he's not playing.
Still sad about
Well, we
that.
don't know if he's not playing, but
believe
he
he got
probably
dogged.
will.
Please pick John Noble. Seriously.
Just pick him as the sub.
Yeah,
Just
honestly,
for
we'd
a-
be so happy. Like,
Pick him and win. It's simple as that.
yeah, you pick John Noble, you win. Jack Ginnivan? No, John Noble, yes. And Tom Mitchell, $34, like Stats Guy said earlier, averages, 30-odd touches against him.
33, yeah.
And it's just that has an absolute stack of the ball that leads to a lot of clearances and sets up the game for Collingwood.
Tom Mitchell, like, ending his career as a Brownlow medal winner,
And
a
a Norm
Norm
Smith.
Smith medal winner,
And none of them
and
at
a
Sydney.
grand finalist. Like, that's just.
And
I
a
was,
record
watching
amount of
I
handballs.
was watching the Swans Western Bulldogs grand final, like they had the highlights on here earlier. Like, who the hell is number 6 for the
It was
Swans?
him, yeah.
It was Tom Mitchell.
Yeah.
Like, literally unnoticeable.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that sucks.
All right, stats this guy.
I'm going to go Jack Crisp for if the Pies are going to win.
Crispy.
Look out on Snapchat.
$26. Yeah, don't go on Snapchat if he's around. Averages 24 and a goal in his last 5
You're over
finals.
25 and that's Snapchat. You should be arrested.
Yeah, agree. I agree.
You're definitely on a list.
yeah, averages 24 and a goal in finals, just lifts for the big game. So I really think at $26 is a bit of a steal there. Then Hugh McCluggage. I know he was off last week, but he seems to go 50-50.
We're talking way too much about Hugh
I know,
McCluggage.
I know.
Luggage.
I just
Like,
really-
we've not literally said Scott Pendlebury's name once in
Yeah.
this show.
Oh,
We've
he's old.
mentioned Hugh McCluggage 80 million times. So
Yeah, or steel side bottom.
Steele.
They're both old. I'd
Pendles.
rather go Hugh McCluggage.
Yeah, but what if Pendles turns the clock back and has 25 and 2?
What brings the dreads back, maybe?
No.
Did you know he
played
used to play basketball? Like, it's amazing.
That's just boring.
21 for Pendles.
But yeah.
Putting on $21.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But yeah,
Interesting.
McCluggage $12, dominated the first final. He seems to go 50-50 in the games where he dominates. I reckon if he could have around that 25, 26 and a goal again and just, tear him to shreds. But
Nice.
then the McCluggage Crisp McCluggage or Crisp at $9, I don't mind on Ladbrokes as well.
Sure.
Cool.
But if you're going to go Crisp, you might as well just go him
Go
because he's
Crisp by
26.
himself.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
Nice one. This is where it comes down to. Brass tacks. The AFL Grand Final will be won by... And what will be the score? I ask you. I say it'll be 92-81 to Brisbane.
Ooh.
So the Brisbane plus 4.5 is
Very-
probably going to be where I land, the plus 4.5. That gets me the over as well. That gets you to 173 points because I'm a math magician. And Brisbane 1-39. I also feel vaguely okay. Look, I think I'm still just going to go Brisbane the plus 4.5. Because that does just cover me in case Collingwood play a Collingwood game.
Where
And
it's a
they
bit
win it
congested.
73-72. And you're like, what did we just see?
Yeah.
They gave Brisbane the clamps. Flyers come up with like an amazing game plan somehow.
Yeah, it's Billy Frampton tagging
And Chris
what's he?
Fagan.
Cyrus Andrews.
Chris
Fagan
Fagan's falling apart. And like Brisbane just can't kick a score because they're on the G and they fall apart. But they managed to just eke out enough points to keep it close and Collingwood win.
Yep.
Brisbane plus 4.5. I'll take it. But the 92-81, it feels like just literally looking out the window right now.
It's going to be like this.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah.
It's warm.
It's going to be a firm 2.
It's going to be. It's going to be on.
Horse
So
racing track.
Yeah, I know.
92-81, Brisbane. Alex.
Brisbane to win by more than 15.5 points.
Ooh.
$3.15 with Ladbrokes. We haven't mentioned that Brisbane have won 6 straight games by an average of 26 points against Collingwood. And but Alex, it hasn't been at the MCG. So they've still won 6 games straight.
But not where they're playing.
Yeah.
But I know what you're saying.
I still think it's
still
vaguely
think-
But
important.
it's like,
We haven't even said the simple fact that Brisbane are 1-14 in the last
Oh,
15
we forgot to
games
talk
of
about
the
that,
G.
yeah.
So
yeah,
we're all
but
tipping.
everyone's talking about it's just like, okay, yeah, well, cool, we get it.
just read our articles as well.
Yeah, it's
Like,
literally, and it's one game of football. It's not like they have to play the best of 3 at the MCG. It is one game.
That'd be cool.
Anyway, the score's going to be 97-70, so that means we hit the over by 1 point.
Oh,
Oh, one point.
that's a bad beat. 97-69.
Noise.
Yeah.
Stats guy.
First, I'm going to look at on a lot of the sites you can get wire to wire. I don't know if we haven't really talked about this bet, and one of my mates bets on it every single game for like a team to lead all the way through. I don't
That
think.
seems like you need to call 1-800-838-838.
Yes. No, I think it's a good bet,
Is that
especially in a grand
Stats guy's Nana's number?
yeah.
Welcome
What's
to
your
Craig
tip there?
McAllion's best bets of the weekend. My best bet is the Homer Simpson, sin.
Sins, yeah.
Sin. Nah. Tea.
$4 a minute.
Cincinnati.
Anyway, the wire to wire, I think neither side are going to be leading in all the quarter breaks. So $2.08. I really like that.
So what? It's like Brisbane, Collingwood, Brisbane,
yeah,
Collingwood.
it's a bit confusing, but yeah, Brisbane.
So neither side to lead all
I think
quarters.
Collingwood could win the first quarter. They're leading at quarter time, and then Brisbane are leading all the other quarters. Stuff like that.
Okay.
And it's $2. Anything over $2 for that, I think is really good.
That would have happened last week.
I don't see Brisbane. I think they're going to win, but I don't see Brisbane leading it every
Yeah.
single quarter. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, I
So
see Brisbane jumping.
you
him,
do a little bit,
punching
but,
him squarely in the face, and be like, yeah.
but you could see if quarter time Collingwood would be up by even 1
Yeah,
point or
because
something
Brisbane
like
have
that.
kicked 2 goals, 4, and
Yeah.
Collingwood have had 3 goals, and it's just like, what is happening?
I think that's a pretty safe bet in most grand finals. And then Brisbane 1-39. I think that's my favourite bet. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. 2 evenly matched sides. 7 of the last 8 Collingwood matches have also been decided by less than that 39 points. They'll have a close game. Just Brisbane, they have the scoring power to score 90 plus points. Pies only scored 60, max 60 the last 2 finals, and now without McStay, I don't trust
They
them at all.
did score 100 in like 3 straight games leading into the
Yeah,
finals
but one
too.
of them was against Essendon.
Well, it was against
Who got
Essendon,
30
yeah.
points.
Yeah.
This is just going to be really close, but I'm going to, very similar to Jim's one, 91-78. I think
Oh.
Brisbane can get over that 90 mark.
So we're all taking Brisbane over 80.5.
yes. Oh, yeah. I reckon it could even be, they get 85, but they're going to get more than 80. Yeah.
There you go. We are all tipping Brisbane.
I can't believe that.
I don't like that.
No.
They've been
it's-
against Collingwood like all finals, and
They've somehow managed it, but that's why I
I wasn't last
I
one.
really do like my Brisbane plus 4.5.
Yeah,
because
I don't mind that as
they
well.
just keep falling backwards into these stupid wins, and it would be the single most Collingwood outcomes over
just
the last
so
2
want
years.
Collingwood
Yeah,
to
where
win.
they just win
then
by a point.
They
Yeah.
finally just fall over the final hurdle
Yeah.
by 2 points or something
I
stupid.
can't deal with them winning all summer.
Nah.
Me either. It stinks. I hate it. But I also don't want that to colour my analysis.
Yeah,
So-
no, it hasn't coloured mine, but I'm just like, I don't want it to happen.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the final bit. What is our one best bet for this entire grand final?
It's best bets. It's best bets. It's time for all the best bets.
Best bets.
cube?
Yeah.
Just do the cube, do the little
Just
fish,
the
big
old
fish,
box.
cardboard box.
Yeah.
Big fish, little fish, cardboard box. Best bets. Let's do it. My very, very, very best bet for this is going to be Jordan De Goey over 23.5 disposals and a single goal. And that'll be where I land. Alex,
Lincoln McCarthy to kick 1 goal and Brisbane to get over 80.5 points.
stats guy.
Jack Crisp to kick 1 goal, as Alex has said. $3.60. Definitely got to be my best bet.
Wow.
Very nice. There we go. There are our best bets. Gentlemen, footy's back.
Well, one last time.
After Saturday afternoon, it will no longer be back. It'll be a long time until it is back. So let's
months.
enjoy it while we can. Because that is it. Code Bet Daily done for today. The Code Bet weekly AFL show basically done for the season because we'll wrap up this game and the NRL Grand Final on Monday's Code Bet Daily.
Yep.
So check that one out there. Get around all the shows that we do. NBA Australia is a new episode out as of today. NFL Australia is out as well today. We have Code Bet Daily. We have Code Bet Daily, the NRL weekly show. We have the EPL show. We have Hold All tickets via punters.com.au and Betfair. There's a lot. There's a lot going on. It's just a
Get
lot.
around it,
It's a
yeah.
lot. Subscribe across all your podcast apps, of course. Like, review, and star them all. And check us a follow
Whoa.
across all the Code Bet social outlets: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, X, and Threads. Send in any questions. We will rate any more multis that you want for the grand finals.
Yeah.
You've got a day because we'll do a show tomorrow. Should be good.
sounds like
Stats
a
guy will rock up to your house as well. Just dunk, dunk, dunk. Have you got any multis for me? That'd be good. Thank you, Stats guy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
I'm sad that it's nearly over.
I know.
Me too. Thank you to handball champion Leo.
Yeah, yes.
Gets a deserved shout out. He demolished
clap.
it too. Thanks, as always, to Gerald for producing, doing a great job. And thanks to me.
And good job
'Cause-
to Homie.
Not once did I say anything about Carlton making the prelim and everything. So, anyway, what do we say, Stats guy?
Gamble responsibly.
May all your picks come in. Happy punting. Go the Lions! And we will catch you next week. Go Bet Daily Weekly AFL Show out.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.